We're parking an aircraft carrier off the coast of Venezuela so we can steal their oil, killing people in the Caribbean, and parking an aircraft carrier off the coast of Venezuela, the country that has what I believe are the second largest oil reserves in the world. And now this Republican member of Congress comes right out and says it. It's going to be a field day. The American oil companies are just going to make, there's trillions of dollars. Why is the media not sitting up and going, huh? This is getting weird. This whole thing with Venezuela. You know, Trump has parked now I believe it's the USS Gerald Ford, the largest aircraft carrier in the American fleet, in the entire fleet, just off the coast of Venezuela. He's already murdered some 80 people, many of them apparently just, fishermen or people trying to be refugees or whatever. Some of them probably engaged in the drug trade. I mean, we just don't know because he is illegally and criminally blowing them out of the water. And he's done, and this is in the Atlantic. Venezuela is on the Atlantic coast of northern South America. Colombia is on the Pacific coast, and some of these his attacks have been in Colombia, off the coast of Colombia as well. And the president of Colombia has come out and called Donald Trump a murderer. And I think, speaking of psychopathy, as I was in the last segment, I think the glee with which Trump and Hegseth are killing these people who are not representing a threat to anybody. I mean, you can argue transporting drugs represents a threat, but the answer to that is to arrest them, right, and take their drugs and put them in jail. But now we've got this bizarre Republican Congresswoman, Maria Elvira Salazar, she's a Republican from Florida, who is saying, and I suspect that she's saying the quiet part out loud. She's saying what's been going on all along, which is that Venezuela has larger oil reserves than Saudi Arabia. Venezuela has more oil than any country in the world, or maybe second to us. I believe we have the most oil in the world. They've got a massive amount of oil. And, one of the reasons that America got so pissed off at Hugo Chavez when he took over and now Maduro is because they nationalized that oil. They said, no, this is our oil. When they took it away from, the American oil companies were there in Venezuela back, 20 years ago. And so here's what she had to say on Fox the other day. Check this out.
Very good news for the American economy, which I'll explain to you why this is a #1 goal for this administration from the economic standpoint. Venezuela, for the American oil companies, will be a field day because it will be more than $1 trillion in economic activity. American companies can go in and fix all the oil pipe, the whole oil rigs, and everything that has to do with the Venezuelan petroleum companies, or everything that has to do with oil and the derivatives.
Right. In other words, we're parking an aircraft carrier off the coast of Venezuela so we can steal their oil for the American oil companies. Remember when Donald Trump, when he was running in the primary, this was just, a year and a half ago. And he was in this private meeting with a bunch of oil industry executives, and somebody recorded the thing and smuggled it out. And he said to them, if you guys give me $1 billion, I'll give you anything you want. I'll do literally anything you want. I'm not sure he used the word literally, but he said he would do anything that they wanted. And we have no idea how much money they gave him. I mean, on the record, it looks like they gave him at least $140 million. But, because 5 corrupt Republicans on the U.S. Supreme Court have authorized dark money, under the table bribery of politicians, it may well have been $1 billion. And which is chump change for the fossil fuel industry, right? I mean, it's like, 4 days of profits or something. It's just chump change. And so now you've got the President of the United States and his, alcoholic Secretary of so-called war, killing people in the Caribbean and parking an aircraft carrier off the coast of Venezuela, the country that has what I believe are the second largest oil reserves in the world. And now this Republican member of Congress comes right out and says it. It's going to be a field day. The American oil companies are just going to make, there's trillions of dollars. I mean, why is this not a big story? Why is the media not sitting up and going, huh? I mean, when we invaded Vietnam, I remember this is back in the 60s, I was in SDS, and we were all trying to figure out, why did we invade Vietnam? And there was this theory that they had bauxite, the mineral that you use to make aluminum. Or maybe there was oil off the coast. I mean, we were trying to figure it out. There's got to be an economic rationale. Turned out, it was just the defense industry wanted to make some money on bombs and planes, apparently. But here we've got, this is obscene. This is shocking. If she's speaking for the administration, or if she is saying things that she was told by somebody in the administration, somebody damn well better ask her that question. Why are you saying this? Is this the plan, really? We want to go into Venezuela just on behalf of the oil companies? Really?
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-808-9925.
And we're going to ask American soldiers and sailors and airmen and Marines to put their lives at danger for the oil companies again?